Have you decided to start a spokesmodel team for your senior photography business, but the idea of finding those spokesmodels may feel like a bit of a struggle? Well, good news, today's episode is all about finding the perfect spokesmodel to help you market your business. Let's dive in. Hey y'all, I'm Leslie Kerrigan and welcome to my channel. As a senior photographer, educator, and business coach, I am completely obsessed with helping photographers just like you build a successful and profitable senior photography business. If you didn't know, I am the creator and educator at seniorology.com, where I provide free resources, education, and events to help photographers just like you build a successful senior photography business. With over 12 years of being a senior photographer and running a spokesmodel program, I am confident that by having the right plan, the right tools, and the right mindset, you can be successful in senior photography too. Because guess what? If I can do it, so can you. And the best part is I'm sharing all my secrets and teaching you everything I've learned along the way. Before we jump into today's episode on how to find the perfect spokesmodels for your spokesmodel team, I wanted to let you know that I have a free guide for you as a thank you for watching. If you are ready to start building your very own spokesmodel team and start filling your calendar up with paying senior clients, then be sure to click on that link in the description below to grab the 7 steps to starting a spokesmodel team free guide. Okay, let's jump into today's episode. So how do you find the perfect spokesmodels for your spokesmodel team? If you're new to the spokesmodel world, it may seem like a bit of a challenge, but I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to be. The best place to start is by utilizing the people you know. And before you say, I don't know anyone that's the right age, I don't know any teenagers, I think you'd be surprised at how many people you actually do know that are either teenagers or that know teenagers. So your first task is to start brainstorming and building a list of people that you can reach out to help you find the right spokesmodel for your team. Brainstorm, get out a piece of paper, start writing down anyone you know that is either a high schooler or knows a high schooler. So think about previous clients. If you photographed seniors before, chances are they know people that are still in high school. Maybe you belong to a church that has a youth group. That's a good place to start. Maybe you know a teacher or a coach that you could reach out to. Or maybe you have small children and you use a babysitter that is a teenager who may know someone that would be the right fit for your program, or even herself might be the right fit for your program. Maybe your friends have small children and use babysitters, and those people can help you start making that list of people to reach out to. Once you get that list together, I want you to reach out to these people. Ask them for nominations. Ask them for people that they would suggest that you reach out to talk to about your spokesmodel program. The key here is to be proactive and go after what you want. Try to find those spokesmodels for your team. If we just rely on social to promote a spokesmodel team and hope the right person sees the post, you may not get as much people interested as you could if you are proactively contacting people that you know. So use your connections and network and ask. So now that you have a list of people to contact and you've contacted these people to tell them a little bit about your program, you now need them to apply. So building an application process is key to finding those perfect spokesmodels for your team. The application process needs to be super simple and easy. There does not need to be any barrier to a teenager applying to your program. Make it easy, make it quick, and make it online. Teenagers want to be able to click a button, answer a few questions, and give you the information you need to be able to determine if they are the right spokesmodel for your program. So what types of questions do you ask on the application? First of all, you need to make sure you get all of their info, both the teenager and the parent. That is crucial. You definitely want to be able to contact the parents to explain the program as well. So make sure you're getting the teenager applying's name, address, phone number, social media handles, where they go to high school, any of that basic information, but also that you're getting the parents' basic information as well. Their name, their address if it's different, their phone number, and if they have social media handles as well. One key thing that I love to include on the application is a place for the applicant to upload their photo. This just gives me a face to the name and allows me to know who is applying, so I can keep it all straight in my mind, right? And in addition to the photo and the basic information, what other questions should you be asking on this application process? The whole point is to try to get to know the person applying to make sure they're the right fit for your Spokesmodel program. So some example questions are, what extracurricular activities are you involved in? Do you play sports? What do you do in your spare time? Ask them personality questions such as, tell me how your friend would describe you, or 3 words that best describe you and your personality. I also love to find out why they're applying. Why do they feel that they would be a good fit for my Spokesmodel team? I also really think it's important to ask if any of their friends or relatives are photographers, or if they're applying to any other Spokesmodel program. The reason for this is when they are on your Spokesmodel team, they're not supposed to be using another photographer for their photos. So you want to make sure right up front, or you're going to have to deal with that as a possible issue down the road. Now, in addition to that, I love to just ask them style questions. How would they describe their style? I also love to ask them what their dream photo shoot might look like. They can give you some really good ideas for future shoots with your Spokesmodel team. And I think it's important to listen to what they think is a really good idea for a photo shoot. So another thing that I love to ask is, do they know any friends of theirs that would also like to apply to be a part of the Spokesmodel team? This can grow your list and get you even more applicants by asking this question. You want to make sure that you get their email and their social media handle, and then reach out to them about the program and see if they're interested in applying too. It's always better to do a Spokesmodel team as a high school junior, soon to be senior, with a couple of friends. So by asking that question, you may get even more applicants on your team. Now, if you're loving this episode so far, I think it's safe to say that you're absolutely going to love that free guide that's down in the description below, 7 steps to starting a successful senior Spokesmodel program. So be sure to click on that link, download that guide today so you can start marketing your senior photography business to your ideal client, aka high school seniors. So now you've created this application, what else do you need to create to market your Spokesmodel program? Well, you need to tell the applicants what exactly this program is all about. I love to tell my applicants what my program is all about with a digital magazine. I think it's always a good idea to make a visually appealing informational guide that explains the process and the program. So create a digital magazine, or I do have a template in the Seniorology shop if you're interested in just plugging in your own photos and your own information to an already designed magazine. But the key here is you could just send this information in an email, but it's gonna be more attractive to the person reading the information if it's visually appealing and laid out in a way that they can flip through a magazine and understand what your program is, what they're going to get as a senior Spokesmodel, maybe if there's a fee, what they're going to have to pay, and what they're going to have to do as part of your Spokesmodel team. So after you've created the application, after you've brainstormed who you're going to contact to reach out to possibly be on your team, you've created that application. Now it's key to create a way to tell these applicants what your program is all about. And again, a digital magazine is an absolute great way to present that information to anyone interested in being on your Spokesmodel team. Now you might be asking yourself, what do I include in the digital magazine? You want to make sure that your program is fully described. Like they don't have any questions about what this is about, because you have done a great job of describing the program in this digital magazine. Again, you want to make sure that if there's a cost involved, that is spelled out and given to them up front. You don't want anybody applying that doesn't know that they may have to pay a fee, right? So make sure you're very clear on the cost, and make sure you're very clear on what it is they receive for that cost. You also want to make sure that if you have ever done a spokesmodel program before, that you include testimonials from spokesmodels. If you're new to this and you think, I don't have any testimonials because I've never had a spokesmodel before, then get testimonials from past clients. The key is to let people know what it's like to work with you from the person who has worked with you before. So make sure you include testimonials as well. And then make sure that you're very clear on the steps to take to apply and be a part of the program. So make sure you include anything that they may be wondering, you're answering ahead of time in this digital magazine. Now that you have an idea of what to look for in a spokesmodel and where to look for those spokesmodels, you have an idea of what questions to ask on an application, and you know what information to send out with that application. It's now time to create a launch plan to get that information out to the community and start getting people interested in your program. The first step in determining that launch plan is to ask yourself, what are your goals for launching your program? To get as many applicants as possible for your program, to create buzz and interest in your program, and to create a specific plan to follow year after year when it's time to look for spokesmodels for your team. After you've set your goals, now you've got to figure out when you're going to get this out there. I want you to grab your calendar and determine those dates. When are you going to launch the program? When are the applications due? And more. Then you got to get it out there, right? And one of the best ways to do that is to utilize social media to create that buzz for your program and get people interested in your spokesmodel team. Okay, now it's homework time. You know I love to give actionable steps, so grab a pen and paper, and here is what I want you to do. Number 1, determine who your ideal spokesmodel is. Number 2, build that application. Number 3, create a digital magazine or some way to get that information to those applicants about what your program is all about. And then number 4, plan your launch. Okay, if you're ready to specialize in high school seniors, you want that spokesmodel program, you want that calendar filled with booked and paying senior clients, and you want to be profitable on the senior photography side of your business, then I've got just the program for you. The Seniorology Semester is a 6-month coaching program that takes you through the steps of creating a profitable and successful senior photography business. We go through everything from marketing to seniors, building that spokesmodel program, pricing for profit, building a website that converts, the senior portrait experience and how you can provide the ultimate experience for your senior clients, and so much more. Inside the program, you also get all of my templates, including that digital magazine that I mentioned earlier in this episode. And right now, the Seniorology Semester is open for enrollment. So if that's something that interests you, if you know that you're ready to take your business to the next step, to that next level, and be profitable and successful and be that go-to senior photographer in your area, apply to be a part of the Seniorology Semester program today. The link is below in the description, and I can't wait to read your application. That's a wrap, y'all, on today's episode, but thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, please give it that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and even maybe binge watch a few more videos while you're right here on my channel. And don't forget to click the link in the description below to grab that free guide, my gift to you, on 7 steps to creating a successful model team. Stay tuned for more amazing content as I curate all the best resources, information, education, and opportunities for senior photographers just like you to help you create your very own successful and profitable senior photography business. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you back here next week.